Hello everyone, welcome back to Network Mela. In the previous videos, we understood what a WAF is, types of WAF, and how a WAF works. In today's video, we are going to do a real-time lab demo. We will see OWASP top 10 attacks and how a Web Application Firewall detects and blocks them. Till now, we have understood WAF concepts theoretically, but in real life, attackers don't attack with theory, they use real payloads. So today, we will simulate real OWASP attacks on a vulnerable application and see how a WAF protects it. This lab will help you understand how WAF works in production environments. OWASP stands for Open Web Application Security Project. It is a global non-profit organization that focuses on improving web application security. OWASP publishes a list called OWASP Top 10, which contains the most critical web application security risks. Most WAF vendors design their rules based on OWASP standards. OWASP Top 10 contains many attack categories, but in today's lab, we will mainly focus on two very common attacks: SQL injection, XSS. These attacks are still widely used and are very important from an interview and real-world perspective. SQL injection is an attack where the attacker tries to manipulate database queries. This usually happens through URL parameters or input fields. If the application is vulnerable, the attacker can bypass login, read sensitive data, or even modify the database. For example, attackers commonly use payloads like OR1 equals 1, which always returns true. XSS stands for cross-site scripting. In this attack, the attacker injects malicious JavaScript into the application. When another user visits that page, the script executes in their browser. This can be used to steal cookies, hijack sessions, or deface websites. This is why XSS is very dangerous. Now let's understand our lab architecture. The user sends requests to the application. Before the request reaches the web application, it first passes through the WAF. The WAF inspects the request. If the request is safe, it is forwarded to the Juice Shop application. If the request is malicious, the WAF blocks it immediately. First, we test normal traffic. A normal user opens the application without any malicious input. The WAF inspects the request and finds nothing suspicious. So the request is allowed and the application loads normally. This shows that WAF does not block legitimate users. Now let's perform a SQL injection attack. I am adding a malicious SQL payload in the URL parameter. As soon as the request reaches the WAF, it detects SQL injection patterns. The anomaly score increases, and the WAF blocks the request. We receive a 403 forbidden response, which means the attack is stopped. Next, we try an XSS attack using a script tag. Normally, if the application is vulnerable, this script would execute in the browser. But here, the WAF detects the malicious JavaScript. The request is blocked and the script does not execute. This shows how WAF protects users from client-side attacks. WAF does not rely on just one method. It uses signature-based detection to match known attack patterns. It also uses behavior-based detection to identify abnormal requests. Finally, it uses anomaly scoring, where multiple rule violations are combined to make a decision. Now let's analyze the WAF logs. Here we can see a log entry for SQL injection detection. The rule ID 942100 clearly mentions SQL injection detected using libinjection. This log proves that the WAF correctly identified the attack and blocked it. This log shows a protocol-level violation. The WAF detected an abnormal host header using a numeric IP address. This may not always be an attack, but it is suspicious behavior. WAF logs such events so security teams can analyze them later. Every detected issue adds a score. When the total score crosses a threshold, the WAF blocks the request. This final decision is logged using a blocking evaluation rule. This approach reduces false positives and improves accuracy. Based on analysis, a WAF can take 3 actions. It can allow normal traffic, log suspicious traffic, or block confirmed attacks. In our demo, SQL injection and XSS attacks were clearly blocked. Normal traffic was allowed. The key takeaway from this demo is that OWASP attacks are real and still widely used. A properly configured WAF can automatically protect applications. Logs play a very important role in investigation and tuning. WAF acts as a strong security layer in front of web applications. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe. In the next video, we'll learn how I set up this lab, how to tune WAF rules and reduce false positives. Thanks for watching.